Today, your little grease bags have asked me to do a day in the life, like day of eating kind of thing. Got a couple of things scheduled really. We're meeting Max McCall later. Max is a coach from Australia. He's got 2 titles in the under 90 worlds, and he came really close, if you watch this year's OSG, to a 3rd. Max is an amazing coach. He's coming all the way to sunny Morecambe from Australia for fuck knows why. I've got a programme to write for Dylan Lockhart, who is doing Australia's Strongest. Also, we've got filming to do for the app, so we're going to be filming, I guess. Starting with breakfast, I use a meal prep company, not telling you who it is because I'm not giving free advertisement out, and they told me to fuck off when I asked them to sponsor me, so fuck you. I've got some oats here, like overnight oat type things. I do usually make these myself as well, but I've been a lazy bastard recently, so I bought some meal prep. I like to stick this on it, which is 14 protein, 100 calories, 9 carbs, no fat, and some caramel sauce, just because it's nice as fuck. Total's about 550 calories and 50 grams of protein, but yeah, it's pretty simple, so that's why I do it. Pretty much every day, I drink the same thing. I make it a breakfast. You might have seen me talk about this a lot. HR Labs Basic. I drink this every day. Sorry, Jack from Conte. I know I'm supposed to buy Conte, but unfortunately they don't make a product like this. I keep asking him to. So I use the HR Labs one. This is just creatine, beta-alanine, and some electrolytes. It's literally everything you need, really, as a strength athlete in one supplement. Making all kinds of mess. Shannon is used to this though. Once I've done that, I put some bicarb soda in, and I usually just put some low salt in, which is just potassium. I usually just put a bit of this in as well. Like, I used to have this hydration supplement, literally ran out the other day. If I run out of that, I just add pure potassium and sodium, but I had this high dose. I do use the Conte Sport hydration drink as well, but I usually use this when I'm training. It doesn't, the only thing that I don't like about this product is it doesn't tell me the sodium, potassium, magnesium content. It just says cocoa mineral, which to me, I don't know what the fuck that means. So yeah, I like to add the sodium bicarb and potassium direct, so I know how much I'm getting. I guess I may as well take my tabs while I'm here. So I take a finasteride every day, anti-DHT. I take CN Sports joint support. Depending on the training day, I sometimes drop a cardarine, depending on the training day, but not too often really. I mean, this tub's like 4 months old and it's still going, so that kind of shows you how often. I'm supposed to take these Welfs as well, but I'll be honest, I struggle. They're fucking rats. It's like an all-in-one, so greens, multivitamin, minerals, it's got everything in, but the problem is the serving size is 10 fucking capsules. So, you know, it's just a bit much, bro, you know what I mean? I'll make sure I eat a bit of food before I take them. So I don't put too much of that on, but it's nice as fuck, so you don't need much. Yeah, looks like absolute shit, to be straight with you, but tastes really nice. I'll tell you what I do as well sometimes. I've been doing this recently because I'm a right fat bastard. I put a bit of this light cream on. I don't weigh the shit I'm putting on. When I diet to get lean and I'm doing my fasting and stuff and I'm weighing stuff out, you just kind of learn how much is what, you know what I mean? That's about 3 grams worth of fat, that cream, so it's fuck all, especially because it's a low fat meal as well. But I don't tend to weigh stuff at this point in time during my training because I'm sitting pretty heavy and I'm eating maintenance pretty easily. In fact, I think I might be in a slight deficit because I'm kind of recomping nicely. This meal is 45-50 protein, 60 carbs it'll come out to. Fats, you're probably talking about 15 if you factor in the cream, and there's probably 1 gram of fat in the protein pudding, but it's easy money. Yeah, fucking well nice. Like, really nice, I'll be straight with you. Feels like you're eating some big dirty dessert. That's what I'm all about. One of my rules is make sure I drink this before I train, because I think the beta-alanine, the creatine, and just being properly hydrated is one of the things that you can't miss as a strength athlete. If you're not taking your beta-A and your creatine, you're a fucking idiot. A lot of people don't do that, especially people who use PEDs. They think, oh, what's the point in creatine and beta-alanine when I take fucking Anabar? And it's like, no, just do it, it works. HR Labs Basic. Bit of free advertisement for you. I ain't advertising the meal prep, they can fuck right off. But HR Labs, that's a really good product for that, so fair play, I don't mind giving you a bit of a shout out. So this is meal 2. So this is meatballs and mash. It's one of my favourite ones actually, it's really nice. I'll mix it around so it looks a bit more appealing. This has 25 fat, 70 carbs and 50 protein. It's quite a high cal meal. This is actually why I use this meal prep company, because a lot of meal preps are like 400 calories or something and needing fucking 5 or 6 meals a day. Whereas these ones are like 750, 800, 900 calories. I don't like eating that many meals, to be honest. And yes, I cane fuck out of the salt. I don't like eating that many meals, so I prefer to just get 2 of these in a day rather than having 3. I also add this a lot of the time. Basically, sodium, potassium, yeah, easy money. So I'll probably have this and then we'll head to the gym to do some filming for the day. So just got to the gym. We're gonna be filming some videos today for the app. There's a new training cycle going in the app, the Log Father training cycle. So it's a log only training block. A lot of people have been asking me to put some like single lift programs in the app. So we're starting with the Log Father cycle. Today we're just gonna be getting all the videos for the assistance exercises and the technical cues and stuff that we're giving throughout the phase. So yeah, that's what we're going over with today. We will be going to train in a couple of hours, so we'll also be at Josh's gym later, but right now it's all work, unfortunately.
Banded face pulls is the machine gun reps by 20.
Yeah, I think we got a video of that. So this is Liam. Liam helps us with the app, does a lot of, well, he's only just started, but he's going to be doing a lot of work on the app. Answers questions in the Facebook group. If you DM me, load of you hound me in DMs on Insta. A lot of the time Liam will reply. Tried to show him at home working in the office, but it's too messy, so I got told off. But yeah, you can see him in his non-natural work habitat of the gym. Finished filming, we're heading home. We're at Josh's for 4 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock now. I'll probably get home, I'll start on Dylan's program. I'll get the kind of baseline structure laid out that I'm going to use with him. Because it's quite an important comp for Dylan, because Dylan's a bit of an animal. At this comp in Australia in January, there's like, I don't know how the fuck it works exactly, but there's like a pro show on the same day, which my other client, Matt Ragg, he just came 3rd at OSG. He's doing the pro show, and Dylan's doing the like one that qualifies you to the pro show. I don't really have a clue how it works over in Australia, but basically Dylan's doing that comp, but it's quite an important one for him because it's going to take him to that next level. He's good enough to already be there. I don't really know why, but I think you just got to follow the process. It's really important that we have a good peak for Dylan. Dylan also works with, I don't know what you would refer to him as. He's kind of like a, I don't know what, I'd have to look at your title, Nick, I don't know what you call, but Nick McCallum on Instagram. He works with people of all sports, really, and he's really good at GPP phases. So Dylan's been in the midst of like a GPP style phase. Apart from his log, he's been in a bit of a heavier accumulation on his log. So he's basically transitioning out of a GPP phase into a competition prep. And we've got roughly 8 to 9 weeks, something like that, till the show. So, like I said, I'll just get his baseline structure laid out today, and I'll probably finish it up tomorrow, to be honest with you. Get another meal in. Usually before training, I just cram some bagels, so I'll probably just have some bagels. And then we'll go train with Max, and yeah, I don't know what Max is planning to do. My event sessions are real casual because I'm not like training for anything, and as long as I do farmers and some events, I'm happy. So I'll probably just do what Max wants to do today, and yeah, just sling some tin, and then Shannon will be able to do some bits whatever she wants as well. Just finishing my 50th coffee of the day. Finished mapping out Dylan's structure. This is for the Oz Pro, apparently. Although it might just be Oz Heavyweight, I don't fucking know. Like I said, very confusing. But it's got a medley of a barbell, block, and log. Barbell for 1, block for 2, log for 3. That's what he's doing. Then he's got Ukrainian deadlift that's going everywhere. Tire drag into arm over arm. Frame carry Conan's pretty cool. And then a 4-stone series. It's like a heavy stone series. So Dylan's been doing a GPP phase. For those of you that don't know and care, that's a general physical preparedness phase. So it's as far away from specific work as possible. to be straight. Although he has been ramping the GPP work up a little heavier this time round. He's hitting PBs in all his variations, the hardest variations, like a snatch grip deadlift. He's using a narrow stance with a block between his legs to activate the adductors. And then I have had him doing some heavy log press during that GPP phase and working on some skill monster dumbbell. But now we're transitioning away from that. I'm trying to get into the specifics. So this training block here that I've popped up, we're going to be doing log clean and press now. He was pressing from rack before. I'm going to be getting him doing sets of 5 floor to overhead. The reason being is because he will have done the barbell and block before the 3 reps of the log. So I'd like him to be able to do 5 reps of the log in training. That would be a good little aim, and then we know he can do it under fatigue. I'm using a 60-degree incline as his main assistance on this day. And then his shoulder stability work it's a little different to how I'd usually do it. It's mainly just structural balance work. The reason being is, like I say, he's been putting in the GPP work already. So we're building on top of what we've just been doing. So we don't really need to focus that much on structural balance this block, because he's already put all that work in specifically in the last block. I have put some conditioning in at the end of this first phase. He's going to do some rower sprints. Session 2, we're going to be hitting a load of foot control, glute activation, core and hamstrings before he gets into his deadlifts. With the Ukrainian deadlift, I've had a bit of a think about it, and I think what I'm going to do for most people. By the way, if I've written a program for Ukrainian deadlift before this date, you might have had, I might have told you to wing a setup. But what I've decided is, I think just training a semi-sumo deadlift on a barbell is the best thing to do instead of making a fucking setup, because I just think it would be the best way to train it instead of having to do a dodgy setup. Because of the fact that he already has done so much back work in the last block, I've just given him some traction-focused work. So he's got hypers and back extensions and knee raises and stuff after this session. I haven't given him much specific lat work this block, because he does a lot of that anyway with Nick. Final session in the gym before we get into the event, he's going to be hitting back squats. We're going to do a little bit of barbell and block press skill work, even though he shouldn't really need to do that. I'm actually waiting for Dylan to reply to me, because if the barbell is light enough that we don't even need to care about it, I won't even program that, to be honest with you, because it's 1 rep at a bar at the start. If it's like 120 kilos or something, it don't matter if he's done that this year, he's still going to do it, you know what I mean? Assistance I've gone with front foot elevated splits and Cossacks, and then some more conditioning at the end of that. And then events wise, it's got a little bit of list cardio to start, some stretching, rolling, and prep to do before event session, because it'll be a little bit sore after the week. And this is where we're going to get into doing the sled drag, arm over arm, farmers or frame carry for distance, and Atlas Stone series. So really for Dylan, the first week's super light. He's not done any events in a while, so you don't need to go crazy. Just gets to touch a few bits here and kind of see where he's at, see how things are feeling, and we'll just build upon that. And like I say, I'm pretty confident that Dylan's just going to smash this comp, because in my opinion, he should probably be in the same group of people as like Matt Ragg, and I think Coco's doing it as well. Some good names doing it, but in my opinion, Dylan is of that standard and probably should be there. But you got to jump through the hoops and do the qualification thing. So hopefully the program suits him well, and he gets to get that kind of next step. And that I think they just call it, like America, we get a pro card. I don't know. So maybe he does. Maybe he gets an Australian pro card. He's already got an American pro card, but he's got to get the Oz one as well. So now I'm getting me 2 bagels before gym. So I'll just fucking butter and jam these bitches. If you don't put butter on your jam bagel, you little bitch. Obviously, if I was cutting weight or I give a fuck, I wouldn't scran this, but I'm not. And when Shannon makes these bagels, she fucking jams them with no butter. And it's like eating a piece of cardboard with jam on top. So, yeah, you got to butter your bagel. So, in terms of calories here, what are we talking? What's a New York bagel? Is a New York bagel 250? 225. Let's just call it 500 for the bagels. And we'll add 100 on for the, oh fucking hell, creamed a bit. Add 100 on for jam and butter. That's like light butter, it's bullshit vegan butter. So, I don't know why. We bought this when I was cutting weight because it's lower calorie. And it's proper nice. So we just buy it now. But yeah, it's pretty decent. This is a pretty low fat meal apart from the butter and just full of carbs, and it's a pretty standard go-to pre-training meal for me, to be honest with you. Uris Scribans got me on the bagel shreds diet years ago, and since then they've been a staple in our diet. Although Uris don't butter his bagels. Uris stays away from fat. He's on about 1 gram of fat a day, that lad. Whereas me, I like a little bit more fat. I'm a big fan of low fat diets to get in shape and keep your strength. But I always feel like, for me personally, my body fat level, where I perform the best, is a little higher than some athletes, which is why I tend to sit a little chunky. I sit about 15 to 18% body fat on average because I feel the strongest there. If I cut down to about 12%, I can maintain my strength. When I start getting below that, my strength does start to drop. So for me, I tend to sit at 15 to 18. Also, my body just naturally sits there. Like if I just eat like I am now, I just kind of sit there, so it works well for me. But what I'm trying to say is I'm just trying to justify the fact that I'm a little butter muncher, aren't I? But it's good. Right, so if we've landed at Josh's. Mr. Max is here. Josh, Joe. Who else is coming? Anyone else coming? Tim? You'll go have a big sesh, hopefully. I did say I was going to do what Max is doing, but then I asked him what you're doing, and he's a silly bastard. He's in a 450 yoke, so he can get fucked. A strong 5'7", and I don't want to lose it. Max, you're starting on log though, aren't you? He's doing some strict log as well, but I might do a bit of log. I'll do a little bit. What are you going up to?
Oh, so this warms for you. I'm probably like maybe 125-ish for a single and some like back off doubles.
Yeah. I'll do some log with Max, just so that I do something with him, and then he can do yoke on his own. No, I'm gonna yoke today. I accidentally did a 370 yoke the other week because I misloaded it, so I'm not gonna go that heavy this time. I'll do about a 350 this time, and then do you do farmers as well or not?
I've got a frame today, but I could do farmers.
Yeah. Well, I'll show Max how to do farmers, and then we're gonna maybe finish with some. I was thinking about finishing with some stones.
Yeah, I've got stones. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna finish with some stones. I've not done stones since January, so we'll do that.
And you'll teach me how to block press as well.
To block press. Do we have a block?
Do we have a block?
A suitcase.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the white suitcase. Right, I have no idea if this is serious or not.
I've always struggled with block, and I've got a tore a pec last year as well, so that makes it really hard to get sort of pressing and stability. So I'm hoping Shane might have a few tips for that.
Maybe. We'll have to find something to press though, won't we? We'll be able to find something to press.
I think he's being serious about suitcase.
Yeah, that's right. It is Josh, so I'm like, I think he's serious. So yeah, we'll do some suitcase pressing, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
See you on the live stream. Hello, Max.
Oh, steady on. Absolute hog on this fella. Oh! Nice.
There you go. Back up. Nice. Oh, Max, you big sexy motherfucker. You don't know more. Oh,
Right, well, I'm going to put some speed into this one, so you just watch yourself.
Come on then.
Alright?
Alright.
You Shane Bolt.
Watch yourself. suitcase was like bending in. So every time I pressed, my hand was cut off. So I was like, fuck.
How they were farming 180, I'll never know.
What are you doing?
142 for a now equal PB. Absolute thoracic as we call it. Secrets of big farmers around straps.
Here we have Joe Schofield about to do 160. What? They're good.
If I get to this line, I'm happy.
Yes, I'm gonna try and go on. Really?
Nice.
Right, so just wrapping up at Josh's, and a really good session actually. I didn't feel great today, to be honest with you. Not been, I don't know. Maybe I did a heavy deadlift at the start of the week and a heavy bench, and I think I've just not recovered properly. But then I managed to do a 400 kilo yoke for about 12 meters. I've only done about 3 yoke sessions back, so I never expected to be anywhere near that. The only reason why I kind of felt comfortable doing it is I misloaded last 2 weeks ago and fucking did 370 by accident instead. I thought it was 320, but I got the yoke weight wrong. I nearly did it today as well. I told Max it was 80, it's 130. I probably should have done a little bit more work on the farmers, but my forearms are feeling a bit overtrained because after deadlifts I did a shitload of fat grip work. My fucking hands and forearms are mashed. Some bag throw, a little bit of bag throw finding around. Oh, some block press, fucking suitcase press. Yeah, it's snap. Honestly, my erectors are killing me. That is not a nice position to be in. Feels very strong to press, but your back is not happy. It was nice seeing Max do a 450 yoke. That was mad. I was saying to him, it's a bit weird because in the USA and Australia, they seem to just have heavier yokes in competition. Like he said he's done a 500 yoke before in a comp. I'm like, he's fucking mad. I'm definitely going to go into the 105 scene next year in the UK because I ain't making weight. I sit about 103 at the moment. I did get a little bit heavier, but since I'm getting my meal preps and stuff, I've dropped some weight, about 103. So I can rock up and do 105 shows, no problem. I probably will lose a bit of weight as well. I'll sit around 100, feel a bit better there. 400 yokes are kind of, like you need to be able to yoke 420 meters really in a semi-decent time to be good at 105. So it's a nice little target for me to work towards. And then when I do, hopefully OSG moves out the US or I'm able to get fucking in the US. Hopefully that happens. Because I'll only do 90s if it's a big show. I ain't making weight for no fucking car park. Maybe I need to change my mindset as to like 400 yokes the norm instead of like, wow, 400 yoke. But we're going to head home now. I've invited Max around for some scram because, well, he's come to fucking Morecambe from Australia, so I can't just leave him sat in his Premier ring, can I? I would usually go home and get a meal prep, and then I would eat my tea, which would be either a takeaway or whatever Shannon makes. When we get a takeaway though, we tend to get just like Nando's style chicken stuff. It's not like a fucking lot of crap. But tonight will obviously be a little bit different. I would usually get high and eat some snacks. Is basically what would happen if it was a normal day. But we'll see what happens tonight and see what the fuck I scran. Well, it's a realistic day, I guess, as to what happens, because oftentimes we just fucking wing it and eat whatever at night. Meal preps are kind of like breakfast, before training, after training. Yeah, free roam at night. So I guess this is kind of in tune. So this is meal, three, is it? About meal 3. I can't fucking remember. From Unknown Meal Prep Company, this has got 60 protein in this one. It's got 65 carbs and it had 17 fat, but I'm gonna put a bit of light mayo on that bitch. So now it's probably like 23, 25 fat. I've also put some of this red salt on. If you ever see this, yeah, buy it. Absolutely class. Just pure MSG, it's amazing. This is like a dirty feta bowl. I was gonna wait for Max, because we're gonna order something to eat, but then I got home and realised I'm a fat bastard and I'm starving, so now I'm eating it. But yeah, I'll scran this, get a shower, order some more food. So this is how you don't make 90 kilos, is by eating like this. I'm sorry, by the way, if you're expecting like a proper professional fucking day of eating. This is how it goes. Do your best. This is why I like meal prep, by the way, because meal prep is expensive, but for me, it's worth the investment. I'm busy, got shit to do. So it's nice to be able to just grab, eat, grab, eat, grab, eat. Yeah, it probably costs me twice as much on food, but I don't spend my money on shit all else, so fuck it. How was your meal? Got your macros in.
Speaking to the mic. Lovely.
So it's a couple of days after now because we're useless and we didn't film the night. Max came round, we ordered a Sultan, which is kind of like a peri-peri chicken place. So we didn't eat the worst food in the world. It was basically like a load of chicken, some curly fries, and some halloumi is what I had. It was probably about 1250 to 1500 calories, but there was a lot of protein in there because you get to the amount of chicken breast. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. We just kind of chilled out for the rest of the night. Max stayed, till fairly late. Can't remember what the hell we were doing. We were just chatting shit about training and stuff. And I'm actually getting ready to leave to go to a powerlifting comp tomorrow, so I'll be competing after this. It was a pretty average day for us, to be perfectly honest with you. Obviously, Max coming was a little bit different, but we'd usually be nipping out and doing some shit anyway, so it was a pretty average day. I'll be straight. We order a takeaway probably 3 or 4 times a week. It's usually some kind of peri chicken takeaway though, so it's like sometimes they get rice and chicken and a bit of garlic bread or some shit. Other times like I'll get the curly fries, chicken halloumi, whatever. It's something like that because I'm a mess and I'm a state and it's easier. That's why I like the meal prep, because it means I can just grab shit and work and crack on. I ain't got time to be eating. I got time to eat, I ain't got time to be making food all the time. That's one thing I learned from my fasting days, is when I was fasting a lot, so much more productive, got so much more done, my life was so much better. So you start eating regular again, you take up fucking hours of your day cooking food and shit and searching for food. It's terrible. So I like to just pay the fee now and get the meal prep, and then now and again, if I don't have time, I'll just get a takeaway or Shannon will cook us some good scran. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the day in the life video. I'm back programming, as you can see, and as soon as I'm done with this, we'll be setting off to powerlifting comp. So the next video you see might well be from the powerlifting show. Subscribe and like the fucking video, motherfuckers.